37. Shabbat shalom, shalom, Shabbat shalom. Let's get right into it, you know what I'm saying? Little Devin Haney talk, boxing talk. Let's get it on the way. April 20th, 4/20, 2024. All right. Devin Haney is about to do something in boxing that no one else has ever done. He became undisputed. Name another fighter who became undisputed at the age of 23, 24. Undisputed. He became undisputed. Name another one. Name another fighter who became undisputed. 23, 24. You'll have to go way back in the day for something like that. I would literally have to do my research just to pull it up to see who would fit that criteria. Now we talk about Devin Haney, okay? Ryan Garcia. We can no longer talk about the hopeful event that everybody wanted to see. Tank Davis versus Devin Haney. Now, I barely even watched the Tank Davis versus Ryan Garcia because, number one, he was weight trained. He was weight trained. All the weight clauses that was put in for Ryan Garcia to face Tank Davis, I believe, was very, very one-sided. I don't believe that he got a fair. I don't think he got a fair negotiations out of the negotiation. I believe that he was weight drained because he didn't perform on the level of Ryan Garcia 100%. You know, now from what I've seen Ryan Garcia in his previous fights before he fought Tank Davis, I saw that he was a lot better opponent. When he fought Devin Haney, growing up, you saw a different side or a different persona, a different perfectionist from Ryan Garcia. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying what's on my mind. You know, what I believe that I don't believe it was drugs. I believe that it was weight draining. I believe that he was so drained with the rehydration clauses that Ryan Garcia was not able to put 100% into the ring against Tank Davis. Therefore, Tank Davis capitalized upon Ryan Garcia. You know what I mean? He capitalized upon Ryan Garcia. He capitalized on the situation, and he eventually knocked him out. That's what happened. He stopped him. With a blow to the body. He didn't knock him out. He stopped him. It's a very big difference. It's a very big difference. He did not knock out Ryan Garcia. Tank Davis didn't knock Ryan Garcia. That is not a KO. He stopped him, but he did not knock him out. It wasn't like he punched him. He goes down for the count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, trying to get up, struggling. He's not getting it together. He doesn't make the 8 count, technical knockout. No, did not happen. He gets punched in the kidneys, in the liver area. This is where he got punched at. When he got punched in the kidneys and liver area, that's gonna drain you. That's a legal punch. Obviously, in boxing, it's a legal punch. They might hit you with a warning. You know, watch your rabbit punches, watch your kidney punches, no punching behind the head. You know, you get your warning, your fur warning, then you get a stern warning, then you get a point deduction. Anything after that is disqualification. You know what I'm saying? Did he knock him out? No. Was he on the ground? Yes. Ryan Garcia was knocked down. Okay? He was punched to the stomach on the side of the kidney in the liver area, right alongside the sternum. That's where your wind is. You know what I'm saying? Your lungs cannot inflate like you really hope for it to once you got punched like that. And what I'm saying is, when you understand military, then you understand that being hydrated is very important. You know what I'm saying? Being hydrated is very important because, you know, your body will initially break down on its own. All right? What you doing? Hey, calm down. Come here. Come here. Come here. Sit. So Ryan eventually defeated himself because, you know, the rehydration clause. Now, I know for a fact that Tank Davis, when the negotiations for the fight against Devin Haney was falling through, is because Devin Haney wasn't agreeing to no rehydration clause. He's not finna fall for no rehydration clause, seeing how, you know, Tank is only gonna have the upper hand when you talking about draining and not rehydration, not eating. You know, that's a fighter that's already defeated before he got in the ring, and he has already stated that he been struggling with all that bullshit prior to him even wanting to fight Tank Davis, or even coming to that point where he been struggling with the rehydration and no eating and weight draining pretty much all his life. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much all his life. So yeah, you gonna get to a point where you like, man, they don't want to fight, so may as well go to 140. And if they want to fight, then we'll have to meet somewhere in the middle. You know what I'm saying? Tank will have to move up in weight, and Devin will have to cut some weight. You know what I'm saying? If the fight was to happen. But 135, staying at 135, how you gonna turn around and say you're not willing to go to 140 to fight Devin, but you're willing to move up to 140 to fight somebody lesser than Teofimo Lopez? You know what I'm saying? You'll move up 140 to fight that person though. So yeah, do I believe that Tank is ducking? Yeah, I believe so. I know so. Do I think that Devin Haney can beat Tank? Yeah, I believe And I know for a fact that my brother Devin Haney can beat Tank. You know what I'm saying? You got to get past the Tank. You know what I'm saying? Because if you hit a Tank with a nuclear bomb, it ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be destroyed. A Tank cannot outlast a nuclear bomb. You know what I'm saying? So, que sera, sera. I only got to use a nuclear bomb but one time. You know what I'm saying? You can nuclear bomb a tank and that tank is gone. It's gone. In the words of Samuel L. Jackson. You know what I'm saying? Morgan Freeman, he said, that's why I threw them bastards out. All right. So, Ryan Garcia versus Devin Haney. April 20th. The fight is on an even playing field. You know what I'm saying? No one fighter has the upper advantage over the other fighter. He's giving Ryan Garcia everything that Tank didn't give Ryan Garcia. You know what I'm saying? The negotiations was more than fair. You know what I'm saying? You don't really hear Ryan Garcia making a complaint for any reason about money. He must be satisfied. I mean, because April 20th is coming up real fast. He really ain't ducking out, because if he becomes a no-show at this point, then his stock is going to fall. This is the reason why Ryan Garcia knows he has to make this matchup. There's been too many fights that he pulled out of, that he went not only into negotiations about, that he also had a venue and probably lost on ticket sales, pay-per-views, you know what I'm saying, endorsements, advertisement, promotions, etc., etc., etc. All that costs time and money. You're talking about time and money. You know what I'm saying? So he knows that if he pulls out, Oscar De La Hoya knows this one thing. If Ryan Garcia pulls out of this fight and Devin Haney is forced to find somebody else to take his place, I believe what he should go with is Lomachenko for a rematch to do a fast replacement, or Teofimo Lopez, you know, or Isaac Cruz or somebody, you know what I'm saying? Because Tank Davis is not going to want to go ahead and fill that spot, you know what I'm saying? He's not. Or he should go ahead and face Shakur Stevenson. You know what I'm saying? If Ryan Garcia pulls out, he should go ahead and fight Shakur Stevenson. Go ahead and make that match happen, because it would be what you call a last minute match, which has happened time and time again in boxing. It happens. You know what I'm saying? It happens in boxing. Do I believe that Shakur Stevenson can beat Devin Haney? No. There is no way that Shakur Stevenson have the skills to beat Devin Haney. There's just no way, because Devin is on a higher level of boxing than Shakur Stevenson. His IQ level not only matches his, but it's like Krillin versus Goku. You know what I'm saying? It's like Vegeta versus Goku. You know, it's like, you know, it's like anybody that faced the Incredible Hulk. It's like, you know, Captain America versus the Incredible Hulk. You know what I'm saying? Do I believe that Shakur Stevenson can beat Devin Haney? No. No. By no means. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen, which is the reason why they all, like Devin Haney said they say everything except let's fight. You know what I'm saying? They say everything except let's fight. Do I believe Ryan Garcia is going to give a good match? Yeah, I believe that Ryan Garcia is going to give the best match that he possibly can. I believe that Ryan Garcia is going to do the best that he possibly can. Do I think he's going to get a victory? No. I don't think he's going to get a victory. I don't believe he's going to get a victory. I believe it's going to be a knockout. Out cold. Something better than a stoppage, which Tank did to Ryan Garcia, because he didn't punch him and knock him out cold where they have to use smelling sauce. He hit him to the body. He goes down, and then he gets back up. He quits from the body shot. That's really just throwing in the towel. That's not a knockout. You know what I'm saying? That's not a real knockout. You know what I'm saying? That's a touch to the body. That's a knockdown and a count out. But that's not a knockout. A knockout is when I punch you in the face and then somebody gotta, revive you. That's a KO. I can punch you in the face and then somebody gotta revive you. That right there is a knockout. I don't understand why people, all of a sudden misinterpret what a knockout is. Look how many people Muhammad Ali has knocked out. I mean, like, punched them in the face. Muhammad Ali punched them in the face. They go down. They're out. How many times Mike Tyson has punched somebody in the face and then they are knocked out? Sit, boy, sit. Sit down somewhere. Why don't you eat your food since you're running around? Why don't you eat your food? You just got your food just sitting over there. You're just chasing your tail. You eat your food and then maybe you'll have something. So Ryan Garcia knows that he's in trouble this time because, I believe Devin Haney is going to knock him out. I mean, like, where they're going to have to revive him, with some smelling sauce. Now, you've seen all the last fights. And I'm talking about after the Lomachenko fight. Everybody got something to say about Lomachenko. Lomachenko lost, nigga. He lost, dog. It was a clear, decisive victory for Devin Haney. There was nothing in the ring that Lomachenko could do. Was it a chess match? Yes. Was it an exciting fight? You know what I'm saying? They did what they did in the ring. It was a fight, man. But did he lose? The victor goes to spoils. Devin Haney beat the shit out of Lomachenko, had him back up, man. Backing him up. Hit him to the body. Now he can't take any punishment. You know what I'm saying? If you dominating somebody in the ring like you say you are, why are you backing up? Why are you backing up? If you dominating in the ring, you're supposed to press forward. That's one thing that I've been taught about boxing. Being in the ring and training myself. You don't back up while you dominating. You back up if you're under pressure. You back up and make space if your opponent is trying to swarm you. You back up and create distance to set up a clean shot. You back up and create distance from your opponent. You know what I'm saying? Not to just set up for a clean shot to the head or to the body, but maybe to maneuver, you know what I'm saying, and counter. You know what I'm saying? Pat, 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 you know, kind of like a three-punch combination. Going backwards, you go 2 times to the body and then to the head. Whereas they're coming forward, it's called a reverse momentum effect. While they're coming forward, you're kind of going backwards. You're moving backwards, but you're bound to the body and then bound to the head. You know what I'm saying? 1, 2 to the body and then to the head. You know what I'm saying? Your punch combinations just took a big toll on somebody that's coming forward, because not only they're moving forward, you're putting pressure bound to the rib cage, bound, maybe to the sternum, bound, maybe to the shoulder plexus, bound. So you go 2 times to the body and then bound. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people have been knocked out chasing people around the ring. You know what I'm saying? Chasing their opponent around the ring. And you basically just using their momentum against them. You know what I'm saying? It's called centripetal force. You know what I'm saying? It's called centripetal force. The faster and harder that they're moving and pressing forward. And Wing Chun, Bruce Lee says this. He said this: when your opponent attracts, you expand. When he backs up, then you attract to him. You know what I'm saying? You move back when they push forward. If they move back, then you push forward. That's what Kung Fu Bruce Lee always taught. They come towards you, you move back. If they move back, you move forward. And that's just creating momentum. You know what I'm saying? That's in any fight style. You know what I'm saying? That's in any fight style. That's in any fight. You know, you're creating a momentum, centripetal force, which is very dangerous to a fighter that gets hit unawares, because if you're coming forward and I'm moving backwards and all of a sudden I shift direction and bam, 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 I go 2 to the body and then 1 to the head while you're still moving forward, you're going to have the same effect as my dog. You're going to be ostracized. You're going to be delirious. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to be able to sustain the onslaught, because now you're still moving forward. I'm moving backwards while you're chasing me. Now I'm pressing forward on a shift. You know what I'm saying? From my back foot. And then I'm 2 to the body, which is going to take your wind away. You know what I'm saying? Bam, bam. And then up top, you go to the stiff. 1, 2. You're going to hook to the body. Bam. Or you're going to hook, uppercut, and then counter. You know what I'm saying? With a straight punch or a right cross. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to snap the opponent's neck. Is what you're going to do. It's going to snap. The neck is going to snap. The neck is going to snap. It's going to cause what you call a concussion, a slight concussion. You know what I'm saying? Your opponent will get tired, sleepy, sleepy-eyed, you know, and it's just going to give you enough time to figure out how to attack in weaker spots. You know what I'm saying? You might want to catch them to the corner of their jaw, where it's going to cut their lip open, and One fighter did that pretty well, where it was against I used to call him Jean-Claude Van Damme lookalike, uh where Mayweather actually beat him, but then he got in the ring with but I do believe he's dead. That fighter is dead, you know. But I forgot his name, man. That's how much of a person that he was. I forgot that fighter's name, but he's dead. He's not a black fighter, but I do know that he fought Floyd and he lost. He got knocked out, and that fighter is dead. And I'm not talking about Chico. I'm talking about not Angel Man Freddy, but I'm talking about, I think he was Italian, if I'm not mistaken. He was Italian or something. But anyway, I'll look up the name, you know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is this. Before I try to get out of here, because I got something I gotta go do right quick. While I'm still training my dog for the dog show. He wants to get into a dog show. But anyway, check this out, man. If I hit you while you're moving forward, you're coming towards me, I'm right here on your shoulder plex. That's gonna take away your ability to strike back. You know what I'm saying? And generally, when fighting, you want to clinch at the end of your punches. So you're gonna clinch at the end of your punches. What I mean by clinch at the end of your punches, you done already touched your opponent, so you're gonna clinch at the end of your punch to your opponent. Then you're gonna clinch. So you're gonna touch the body and see how relaxed my hand is. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna touch the body, but then you're gonna clinch. You see what I'm saying? That causes a different effect to your opponent, man. That's kung fu. That's karate. That's judo. Hey, man, that's even in boxing. They started teaching in boxing. Don't throw a more relaxed hand. You know what I'm saying? If I throw my hand like this, okay, with a straight jab, blam, no right cross, no hook, no uppercut. All right. If I just do a straight jab and then clinch, blam, everything about your opponent is gonna be shook within the brain, man. You're gonna cause a concussion. All right, you're gonna cause a concussion. Just giving you a little bit of information about boxing and fighting. Now, you need to go for a walk, don't you? I don't want to let you off this leash just yet. You're going to be running around and all kinds of stuff. Getting into trouble, running in the streets. What's that? What's that? And you got to get another one. You got to get another one. All right. I'll give you another one. Now, let's talk about Devin Haney. Undisputed, 30 wins, 15 knockouts. And Tank Davis ducks him to fight somebody who has 2 more fights on his belt than what Devin Haney has on knockouts. You know what I'm saying? And then they turn around, They undermine everything Devin Haney tried to do with Tank and get the fight made. But then they say, oh, this guy, he's 17-0. He dangerous. He ain't no joke. Man, for any reason, he get in the ring and lose. For any reason he get in the ring and lose, it's going to make Tank look very, very, very bad. It's going to be a stain. If he get in the ring and win, it's going to make Tank look very, 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 very bad. Why? Because he was supposed to be in the ring with Devin Haney. He's supposed to be in a match with Devin Haney. I mean, like, the government gave you 2 cars, sports cars. You wanted Ferraris or Lamborghinis or something. One Ferrari or Lamborghini. You wanted the Aston Martin, he wanted 2 Aston Martins. He wanted the 2 Maybach. He wanted to be the Maybach king with Rick Ross, the boss. You know what I'm saying? I want to be with Rick Ross, the boss, with candy socks. Okay. For any reason, what Tank needs to do, for any reason, he needs to pull out of that fight. Get Ryan Garcia to pull out of the fight, pay him off, get him out of the fight, and get in the ring with Devin Haney. That's what Tank Davis needs to do, man. His career is on the downside. Devin Haney is undisputed. When did Tank become undisputed, nigga? I don't give a fuck about your knockouts records and how many wins you got. You got 29, but you ain't undisputed, nigga. You not undisputed, nigga. Everybody hate on the man then. What Devin Haney said, I want the boogeyman. Give me the boogeyman. I'll take the boogeyman. I want the boogeyman. You know what the boogeyman is? You say that nigga name 3 times, he show up. My mom used to talk about the boogeyman being in the thing, digging boogers, talking about, now I got you where I want you. Now I'm going to eat you. You know, he was eating boogers. That's what my grandma and my mom, my grandpa and them used to tell us an old bedtime story about the boogeyman. In the closet, got you where I want you. Now I'm going to eat you. Got you where I want you. Now I'm going to eat you. And everybody was scared until they finally opened up the closet and there go the boogeyman digging in his nose. Talking about, got you where I want you. Now I'm going to eat you. So who's scared of the boogeyman? You know what I'm saying? Who's scared of the boogeyman? Devin Haney said he want the boogeyman. Give him the boogeyman. Everybody talk about Tank Davis is the knockout king. Hell, man, I'll tell you something about Devin Haney that a lot of people don't know, probably won't believe. But when Devin Haney, before he started learning how to box, we had a video game. I'm not sure if it was on Dreamcast, but it was called Knockout Kings. We had a Dreamcast. It was called it was on Dreamcast, Knockout Kings. You know what I'm saying? I'm the GOAT, the greatest of all time. 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 They had Muhammad Ali. They had George Foreman. They had Joe Louis. They had it even had a Floyd Mayweather computer-generated type of fighter on it. I'm talking about Knockout Kings, the video game. I do believe it was on Dreamcast. It might have been on Sega. play PS2, could have been on PlayStation 1 back then, before they came out with the PS2. It was called Knockout Kings. And I would create my own players, and I would use regular players. You know what I'm saying? My favorite regular player, if I didn't create him, was Joe Louis. I would use Joe Louis. You know what I'm saying? And Devin Haney, D-John at the time, he would get Sugar Ray Robinson all the time. That's the one he would play with all the time. Now he'll get you out of there with somebody else, but for some reason he always used Sugar Ray Robinson. And I thought it was very one-sided because I'm using Joe Louis. That's a heavyweight. This is a middleweight, light heavyweight. Sugar Ray Robinson. But I'm getting knocked out on the video game by my little brother, you know what I'm saying? And he's using he was using Sugar Ray Robinson, and I was using Joe Louis. He was using Sugar Ray Robinson, and I'll go get Muhammad Ali. I'm like, now surely you ain't finna beat no Muhammad Ali with no Sugar Ray Robinson. You know what I'm saying? And literally would knock out Muhammad Ali with Sugar Ray Robinson. I'm like, these stats is off, man. Something with these stats on this video game. You know what I'm saying? Something with these stats, man. Something with these stats. They got the stats all swooped up. But the one thing I did realize, no matter what happened, Devin Haney had an IQ level for boxing. And that was just on the video game. Now, he was already, suspended from school, expelled, can't go back, breaking people's nose, and, you know what I'm saying, in school for bullying on them and, beating them up and all type of situation going on. You know what I'm saying? And just fighting in the hood growing up. Devin Haney set the park on fire one time, man. I mean, literally right behind T.G. Terry. If you know anything about Dallas, Texas, T.G. Terry, there's a park right there at the school, at the elementary school. He set the park on fire by accident. You know what I'm saying? It was an accident, but he set the whole park on fire. I'm talking about Devin Haney. And he wasn't even in any type of real school at the time, because like I said, he was suspended for fighting, expelled, couldn't even really finish school. Where was he gonna go? You know what I'm saying? It was just like getting ready to be like 96 at the time, 1996. He was already getting expelled and suspended, breaking people's nose. He set the park on fire. And he was playing around, you know what I'm saying? He accidentally set the park on fire, but the fire department, we had to talk about pressing charges and shit, you know what I'm saying? Just a lot of shit, man. Our mother had just passed away, and shit like that, Now check this out, man. Devin Haney had beat Muhammad Ali using Sugar Ray Robinson. And right off the rip, you know what I'm saying? When he knocked out Foreman using when he knocked out Muhammad Ali, he knocked out Foreman, he knocked out Joe Louis. I was like, protest. In my mind, like, nah, nigga, protest. There's something up with these stats, niggas. These stats, man. These stats on these video games, it ain't really according to real life. But what you ain't understanding is Sugar Ray Robinson was that nigga. and Sugar Ray Robinson was fighting in different weight classes when there was no weight class divisions in that time or regulations during that time. You don't see me? Go back and watch fight. Go back and watch his videos. Sugar Ray Robinson. Watch every one of his fights and see how many times Sugar Ray Robinson was fighting people that was heavyweights, knocking them out. Now I got the hiccups. That's when I'm trying to hurry up because I got the hiccups. Knocking them out. Sugar Ray Robinson. Let's fast forward, man. Fast forward to present day, where y'all know Devin Haney to be the WBC champion. And getting off of Tank Davis and Shakur Stevenson and Ryan Garcia, because it's really hard to talk about a black man without giving credentials to a Mexican, you know, because it takes Ryan Garcia. Every fighter knows this, which is the reason why, like, Mike Tyson congratulated and really thanked what was that boy name? The one that really beat him bad. Lennox Lewis. He's like, man, without you, Lennox, I wouldn't have a payday. He's like, thank you for the payday. I really appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? Us fighters, we need each other because we wouldn't be able to make this money. I wouldn't be able to make payday if it wasn't for you, Lennox Lewis. You know what I'm saying? Which is true. That's a true statement. That's a true statement. There would be no money to be made, you know what I'm saying, if Tank Davis refuses to get in the ring with Devin Haney. Latino, black, Mexican, Japanese, Puerto Rican, you know, Saudi Arabian, Egyptian, you know, Czechoslovakian, Alien versus Predator, Wolverine, Superman, Batman, or Robin. Don't give a damn, man. Incredible Hulk, that motherfucker. But somebody got to get in the ring with Devin Haney in order for him to be able to make money. And the black man is the last one on the fucking totem pole in America. Boxing was never for us. It was used as a sport of humiliation. We was humiliated and used, man. I don't want to get back into American history when it comes to the sport of boxing, but hell, man, back in the day, they used to let you hit in the back of the head. It wasn't until we started knocking out white folks and all these other folks using their same dirty tactics, holding in the ring, damn near choking a nigga to death like it's WWE and still punching at the same time. Man, come on, going back and forth like this and shit. One fighter was in the ring literally going back and forth, slapping one fighter back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And I believe his name was Jack Dempsey. I believe his name was Jack Dempsey, just going back and forth like, man, I'm tired of boxing. I'm just going to slap this man a couple of times. Man, what kind of shit is that? Rabbit punch hitting in the back of the head? What kind of shit is that? Gut punching below the belt and the balls, all that shit. Damn near stepping on a nigga's feet in the middle of the ring. Damn near kickboxing and shit. It was WWE up off in this bitch. It wasn't until motherfuckers started doing the same shit to the white folk and to the everybody else that wanted to get in the ring and just manhandle a black man and embarrass him. Why? Because we're dealing with a time of civil rights. We're dealing with a time of civil war. We're dealing with a time of fighting for reparations. We're dealing with a time where black excellence was more like, nigga, I hate you because the color of your skin and I'm a niggas, but I'd rather be white type shit. Self-hatred was on an all-time high in boxing back in the days with Jack Dempsey. Archie Moore. Black man couldn't even go get a motherfucking hot dog at a damn restaurant without getting chased off by damn dogs, nigga. Boxing was not a sport for black men. Football was not a sport for the black man. You suffered lots and lots and lots and lots of different humiliations playing football, basketball, swimming, wrestling. You know what I'm saying? Look what Zeus, Tiny Lister, and, you know, Debo had to go through when he went into wrestling. Look what he had to go through. From WCW to WWE to all the stuff that he had to go through in Hollywood. There was no whole lot of black Hollywood actors back in those days. Niggas was on stage coaches with white painted faces and red lipstick on. What the fuck is you talking about? With a black monkey suit and a bow tie talking about, sir, yes, sir, to a kid. Fuck you mean? The fuck you mean? It's almost the year 3000 and we still ain't got shit because nobody really want to give us shit. You tax the fuck out of us, charge us for fucking everything, and then take back what you done taxed us and charge us more taxes for filing our taxes and getting a return tax, and then you tax that. How the fuck do you tax and take tax out of my return tax, my tax return? How the fuck do you do that? What's this? Man, FICA. Out of my motherfucking tax return. Nigga going to their grave because you got taxed to death, motherfucker. But we all on an even playing field. Get the fuck out of here. Man, to this day, I get kicked out of motherfucking restaurants. I don't give a fuck how much money I have. I don't give a fuck if I only got $2 to my fucking name. I want a cup of coffee, but then your racist bitch ass won't even let me have a cup of coffee. And it's more than just the white man that's doing it now. It's the Arabs, it's the Chinks, the Japanese and the Chinese. It's the so-called Hindus and Turkish people coming over here. It's everybody who ain't black that's coming over here and then dogging us the fuck out. And we were fucking here. We've been here. We've been here. We're the indigenous people of this land. This land belongs to me and my motherfucking people and my motherfucking ancestors. What the fuck do you mean? Somebody got off a fucking boat and then Indians was over there with records and pictures of when I was a kid that my grandmother and my great-grandfather passed down to me with a CD chest, and my father and mother open it up, and I see countless of pictures of black Indians, quote-unquote, indigenous people or the population of this land and this planet. The fuck you mean? Bitch, I'm God in this motherfucker. I don't give a fuck if I'm homeless, nigga. I'm God. I'm made in his fucking image, in his likeness. And you are fucking jealous about the fact that the black man is made after the image of God. That's why we have the motherfucking lion at our fucking neck. That's why we get thrown to the motherfucking alligators. Fuck the color of my skin. You hate me because I'm black and I can walk in that sun without getting fucking burnt up. I can take my shirt off. I can take my clothes off and get nothing but darker on you bitches. Where you motherfuckers gotta sunbathe with sunscreen and hope you don't get a skin rash and skin cancer. But you gonna talk about our hair, motherfucker? The fuck you mean? I was made in the image of God, in his likeness. God is a black man. When you see a fucking black man walking down the fucking street, you have seen a motherfucking God on this goddamn planet, made in the image of God, motherfucker. And that's why they hate you. That's why you don't get nowhere in education. That's why you don't get nowhere on a motherfucking job working for Walmart. That's why you can't get ahead working for Chick-fil-A. That's why you can't get ahead. All of you working for motherfucking China Express. You can't get ahead. You wonder why they sitting up here every fucking year raising up income taxes. What the fuck is an income tax, motherfucker? Get rid of taxes because the land belongs to me any fucking way. The earth is mine. Read the fucking Bible. Everybody in that fucking Bible is black except Esau. Esau came out red and hairy. His blood so far through his skin. That's why they called him Esau, the red man or the white man, the so-called white man. Esau is Edom. Edom is Idumea. Idumea is Italy. And Italy is Rome, motherfucker. How many fucking times do I gotta say this shit? It fucking doesn't make sense. And then you talk about police brutality. You talk all this shit that's going on in this world. And you think God don't want to destroy this motherfucker and make it better? Fuck being homeless. Fuck being rich, nigga. When you die, you can't take that shit with you. I ain't never fucking seen a rich motherfucker take a damn dime or a penny with him out of this motherfucker. Take a diamond necklace with you when you leave, motherfucker. I want to see that shit. Fuck being homeless, nigga. Fuck having shit, nigga. Learn who the fuck you is and learn this fucking war that you say there's a fucking war. You say every fucking day, I don't really like the Bible. Why? Because the Bible been tampered with. And since the Bible been tampered with, how can we really afford to even understand the information that's coming out the Bible, even though it's been tampered with? How can we believe? Motherfucker, you won't believe shit that was written on the wall 50,000 years ago before you was even born. And I'm talking about in Egypt. A motherfucker can come along and be like, yeah, they was white, and then you believe that shit. How, man? Hell, you didn't know, don't you refuse to read the Bible, even though you say, oh well, the Bible is copywritten. It's plagiarism. I heard 1,000 motherfucking reasons why motherfuckers could throw away the Bible and get rid of it. But I see one good reason why you shouldn't. The Bible tells you two things. God is black and the people of God is black. And they was called nigger. They was called a nigger. When Paul and John and Barnabas in the book of Acts went to Sicily, they was in prison, motherfucker. The Romans had already tried to execute Christ. I'm Hebrew Israelite, man. I can see why Devin Haney decided to become a Muslim. I can see why my brother decided to become a Muslim, because they really understand a whole lot more than what you give them credit for. They believe in one God. Hebrew Israelites, we believe in one God. There's only one God. There's only one God. The Muslims believe it, and the Hebrew Israelites, we believe it. We understand that there is a synagogue of Satan who call themselves Jews, but the Bible says they are not Jews. They are the synagogue of Satan. The ones that you keep calling the Jewish nation. They own every fucking thing, nigga. The bank, the Walmart, you, television, the news. They own it all, nigga. On paper. But they the synagogue of Satan. They own your education. All the networks on television. Hollywood, Disneyland, Disney World. Walt Disney was a Jewish man. You didn't know that shit? You thought Walt Disney was a white man? No, Walt Disney was a quote-unquote Jewish man from the Jewish nation. He built Disneyland in his name. Mickey Mouse was his signature. Mickey Mouse was his signature. I'm talking about Walt Disney. He's not white. He's of the Jewish people, nation, the Edomites. He's of Esau's lineage. The Edomites who call themselves Jews, but the Bible say they are not Jews. They are the synagogue of Satan. Go read Revelation. He said, no, I know you Jews. In the book of Revelation, he said, I know you Jews. I know you because you're in poverty. You're in poverty. You're in prison. I know who you are. You're in poverty, you're in prison, but you are rich. How you gonna be in poverty, in prison, and still rich, having nothing? The whole world hates you. You hate me because the color of my skin, man. You hate me because the fact that I'm God's child, man. You hate me because the fact that I know the truth. And that I'm a student of the light and a student of the truth and the knowledge. And I'm still studying and learning to show myself approved unto God, a workman not be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. So it seemed real funny to make fun of our hair. Motherfucker, if you gonna get offended and say it's racism, if I was to call you something derogatory that I don't like saying, like wetback, and I also was told about another word called beamer. A beamer. They call them wetbacks and beamers. But those are words, derogatory languages that I don't like to say against anybody. I don't like to say the word against a Chinaman. God is not a respecter of person, which means he is able to give respect to all people because technically, you know what I'm saying? They was made after our image and our likeness. He said, that's why he said, he said, look, you got two nations in your womb. Two nations, two different nations are in your womb. She came forth to Esau. She gave birth to Esau. She gave birth to a black man. Call him Jacob. So then what was Esau? Esau was he was an albino-ish type of man with blood showed forth through his skin. And the DNA of Esau start progressively getting whiter and whiter, the hair more stringy and stringy because it's a recessive gene. Two black people could give birth to an albino child, but two white people cannot give birth to a black baby. It's DNA and scientifically impossible. Yeah, I'm Hebrew Israelite, but you gotta understand, man, when I'm saying about the racial bullshit that's going on in the sport of boxing. And let's get past the sport of boxing because it's really about your economical power. They don't want the black man to be economically sound. They don't, which is the reason why they tax everything. They got video cameras all over the place. They want to know on your income taxes how many luxury cars you have, how many houses do you own. Damn, am I getting money for this shit? Then turn around and find out you owe. How the fuck do I owe? I've been paying all year long, and now I filed my fucking taxes, and I still owe property tax. What the fuck? You can't give me shit that what I already paid for, and then the shit that you call a tax return, then you tax that. You tax my tax return. Go to the store, you pay taxes. You know how this country got rich? Off of taxes. Go back and watch a country western, Gunsmoke. Go back and watch Bonanza and see how many taxes them motherfuckers paid back then. Taxes. When they was forced to pay taxes, you know what they did? They overthrew a ship from India and called it the Boston Tea Party. Threw it all in the river. We ain't paying no taxes. You ain't finna tax us. You gonna tax these niggas. You ain't tax me. The Civil War was fought over taxes. Go back and read. The Civil War was about taxes because the King of England was taxing the fuck out of the white man in America because not only they had slaves, they was getting free labor, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of the stuff was coming from England. A lot of the stuff that was aiding America was coming to England. A lot of the banks in England had the wealth at the time. So they was like, yeah, man, y'all need to start paying taxes. They revolted against that. And that one revolt after the next one. And it caused a civil war. Then they want to bring us into it. Just like what they did in the war in Korea, the Korean War. My father told me everything that happened in the Korean War because he was there. He fought in the Korean War. The war of Vietnam, the Korean War, you know what I'm saying? The war in Saudi Arabia, Desert Storm, 9/11. Name another war. It was all over money, man. We went, when I was in 9/11, they had us do some wicked shit. They had us do some wicked shit. We stormed in there and took oil. We took gold. We took any fucking thing we wanted to take. Under the white man's orders, man. War and the spoils of war. To the victor goes the spoils. And I'm finna get off of that so this don't turn into what they call an angry black man ranting and raving. Oh, you got another angry black man talking about slavery. They ain't never been in slavery. Shit. Ask a white man and go watch a movie Django. Ask a white man, if I was to do something to his father, if I was to do something to his mother, if I was to do something to his children, that white man is going to take revenge on your whole damn family. And your family will be sitting up here looking like, I didn't have nothing to do with that. No, but you are included because that's your father who killed my father. And if I kill your father, then later on you might grow up and want to kill one of my sons. You feel me? So it's evil when it concerns us, but it's justice when it concerns everybody else, man. So let's get back on the sport of boxing, and then I'm finna be out. Cause like I say, I gotta take my dog for a walk, and we're training for a dog show. Devin Haney, very outstanding Muslim. Devin Haney, my brother Devin Haney's a very outstanding Muslim, man. Muslims are just like Hebrew Israelites. We are both the same. We're black. Solomon said, "Look not upon me, for I am black and I am comely." God said, had I not made you just like I did the Ethiopians, you Hebrew Israelites, did I not make you just like the Ethiopian? Can a leopard change his spots? No. But Devin Haney's going to rise to the occasion. He's going to shock the world once again. Dallas for Devin Haney. And y'all watch out, because that's not the end of it. He's undisputed, man. And name another boxer, like I said, that's been undisputed at such an early age. Undisputed. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom.